afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another wondrous, another magical Propagandacast with me, host Imperial Dane. We are off here to an exciting 1 vs 1 on Holotny Ferma with the Western Front Army. So it gets a bit awkward. Maybe it's the weird part of France, the part of France we actually don't really want to go. Either way, we'll be watching once over here fighting for the United States of America. For the second infantry division going up here against Ciez, fighting for Germany, for Deutschland, for the Reich.
Assault engineers are on the lines and deployable.
Fighting for the Führer Grenadier Brigade. And we immediately see here a choice of armor doctrine here. By once over, immediately adding up some assault engineers, some pretty powerful close quarter troops with grease guns. The grease guns basically sort of being based on the MP40, but unlike the MP40, it actually fired a much bigger bullet. Pretty much the same as the Tommy gun.
Squad ready for action.
Little fun fact there. Regular rifle and missing and pushing ahead pretty aggressively, warming up a bit of cover. Whereas yes, they're sort of splitting up initially. Some Sturm Pioneers saying north, Volk's going towards the center, noting what commanders has he. He's got breakthrough, Luftwaffe and go special operations. It's pretty much the box standard. There are some commands that can sort of be earned randomly after a fight, but so far it would seem he has not unlocked them or decided not to use them. Second Volk's squad there arriving for Ciez. Tank chaps going up, an interesting choice there initially. Southern approach here from once over, with the rifleman heading north. It's not a follow-up. And then proceeding to lay down barbed wire. Seemingly using this to sort of form a more temporary position. Tank chaps also serving as cover of the heavy kind. And of course we're using barbed wire ensuring the fascist opponent can't secure it. First goes there moving closely forwards. Second rifleman squad there on the way, equipped with M1 Garans. And there you go, first engagement. First goes might have wanted to be in cover there, but set rushing over towards the building. Rifleman firing away there, getting a bit of a drop. And Sturm Pioneers flanking in from the north. Good job there, good job there. Sturmgewehrs firing away. Catching the rifleman on the other side, and there we go, quickly forcing the Amerikaner zurückzufallen. The third squad there by the looks of it for Ciez, linking up in the center. And there you go, we can hear the sound of the grease guns. Volkers they're bound to be in a lot of trouble as the assault engineers get close. Rear column troops are firing over with their M1 carbines. Volkers falling into the building maybe. Second rifle squad following up, and the Sturm Pioneers forcing the back. Volkers securing points up there. The Führer Grenadier Brigade's one of two units formed for the fighting in the Ardennes out of the Führer's, well, basically bodyguard units at the Wolfschanze in East Prussia. Little fun fact there. Both of them, by the way, formed out of the core of CoH2, or at least core made by CoH2 units attached to it initially. Bit of volley fire here allows them access to pin down units. Little fun ability they have, although causing a cover, but effective. And there we go. Kubelwagen arriving here for Ciez. Kubelwagen with an MG34. If it sort of sits down for enough time, it can suppress units as well. Ciez so far striking quite nicely here against once over, taking up positions at the church.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
The church of Saint Francois, they're not awfully rich. And there we go, flanking him out. He might actually see a unit go down. No, we need to stop here. These units are a bit less effective on the move. No, there we go. Rifleman squad wiped out. Bit of a heavy loss there for the United States of America. And 20 utility car on the way. Kubelwagen might want to run there, going for the cut-off point. Beyond noting here, that one so easy under heavy press. We also know a lieutenant out here with Thompsons and BARs available. Flying where the Sturm Pioneers are not looking good. There we go, flamethrowers up on the assault engineer squads. By the way, Americans do not have access to the flamethrower normally. It is pretty much the only part somehow doctrinally. So a little fun fact there. Oberkommando West, in fact, has completely no access to flamethrowers. And we know here at Mechanized Regiment headquarters, allowing him, by the way, to trade resources amongst other things if he so chooses. Also has repair pioneers nearby.
Capture point.
Then going for the fuel point. securing most of the map. In fact, and we're noting that, ooh, an interesting little trick he's actually doing. He's recruiting it with some engineers because he can basically do whatever. And of course, here's the thing though. The utility car crews are actually armed with a bazooka. So he's actually using it for some early light anti-tank work. Little fun fact there, little fun fact. Little interesting fact there as well. You can use it for like that. You can also repair and such. And of course with armor as well, you can actually upgrade it with the submachine gun though. In this case, you can't do it because they have a bazooka. So, I believe. Still, little fun fact there, little fun fact. Little fun trick you can do as the Americans. And once more, so that is something to keep in mind. Pushing forward to their burst, the Volkswagens also note they are otherwise equipped with grease guns as well. Panzerträger up here, the Volkswagens. Quick steel granate. None of it ultimately ends up doing much. We note here the 250-17 flak half-track is up here for Ciez.
A capture point is under attack.
Should add him some vital anti-infantry and even anti-light vehicle firepower with this 2cm flak. Lieutenant pushing up the centre here, followed up quickly by an assault unit squad, although the assault units are pretty banged up. The Americans, by the way, only having the ambulance, by the way, for healing purpose, but so far Ciez does not seem to enter in that. Go careful with the half track. It needs to set up, by the way, before it can fire. And looks like that is a quick retreat there from Ciez, but there we go, setting up. Another steel granate, 50 cal machine gun up here for once over. And Kugelwagen here stopping the lieutenant in his tracks. So again, slowly turning, and there you go, 2cm flak firing right down the scout car. You quite be should be noting here, ambulance is actually on the way for Ciez, and an aggressive demo charge here from once over. Soldiers on access to demo charges. And now might be flanking in here. Cheeky. Looks like Ciez is forming a bit of an armoured or slightly mechanised motorised group. They're a bit unsure where to set up the flak half-track. No sign of further taking up. And there we go, scout car rapidly repaired and ready for the fight once more. You can, by the way, upgrade it with armoured skirts to make it a bit harder to kill. 50 cover covering the centre, then nice cover information. Also at this slightly dirty cover versus in a vehicle rush. Once over, a bit on the back foot, but slowly getting back in the fight as he's adding more vehicles. Sturm Pioneers at the same time will work here on the flak half track.
Ready. Send orders.
As the war progresses, the Germans were actually beginning to mount flak weapons on these armoured half tracks. Usually, though, they've been mounted on sort of more work-like half tracks. With some bigger flak guns, by the way. And there you go, looks like he's getting his own anti-aircraft half-track, the M15A1. A bit more nasty than the one with the corp mount, by the way, due to the presence of a 37mm cannon and two 50 calibers. But there we go, crew getting out of there of the church.
Crowds are taking one of our
and probably cursing the gentlemen who got their car instead. All the while there go, Panzer taking up position in the church. More being pushed back there, noting by the way, no anti-tank mines here. Can laid out and then here for 60 munitions. Solid anti-tank mine can really do a lot of nasty damage to German vehicles. Ambulance up here, by the way. You can distribute medical supplies, or you can pop out the medics and then heal troops. This ability, for example, I believe actually costs a bit of munitions. That might be wrong. No, apparently doesn't, though it has a cooldown on. So of course, it also means in those cases, for example, we end up losing the ambulance, we can still try and save the medics before that. There we go. Also, fun thing to note, it can't actually fire through the front. So that little arc here is where it can't fire. There you go, firing rate, 270 firing as well. Volkswagen's being absolutely shredded here by the high caliber fire. But Kettenwerf up here for Ciez to try and stop the Amerikanen. And they're getting up to fire there at the flak half-track, firing there with its rocket. Pretty much the exact same rocket that a Panzerträger fired. And by the way, Kugelmann coming here. Veterans 1 here, which by the way gives us access to smoke grenades And over to Ciez and the Führer Grenadier Brigade. And by the way, this ability costs nothing as well. It's a lot more defensive in use, and there we go. Lieutenant engaging 2 Volkswagen squads, not doing too well. In fact, most of them seem to have done very little damage, actually. They even killed something, by the way, 4 Volkswagen squads. And we're noting a choice of Luftwaffe. With the Kuhlwagen going down there. Black half-track taking damage. Let's first the AA half-track. Bit of a desperate engagement here. Ciez holding on rather desperately. Engineers continue to, crew continue to hold up there inside the building, taking all kinds of fire. MG34 moving up for Ciez to try and hold back the armies from entering up through the south. But realising it was a slightly poor position, noting an attempt at the Schumann, but cancelled. Well, he's not finished. More units moving in the north. A half-track moving in again. And there you go, firing away there. Vetri too, but at the same time, might want to pop smoke. Ah, too late. The A half-track here, quite nasty, by the way. But we might see, no, the lieutenant, get away. Get away, Ciez. And right here, things are looking to get a bit more ugly for Ciez and the Führer Grenadier Brigade. Which had a slightly curious mix of infantry and vehicles.
Ready to execute.
And a Puma armoured car on the way here. A Puma. Might work against the vehicles. And of course will be limited in utility versus the infantry. Which is essentially also my larger personal gripe with the Puma, which overall really means it's not that useful. The Schumann Volkswagen leading assault versus the Northern Riflemen. Half-track setting up here again. Really good handling there of the AA half-track by Once Over. Really nasty thing. Scout care providing covering fire. Patrick doing a nice bit of damage. His German pioneers getting close, but no, they're actually pulling back versus the Riflemen, and the Riflemen actually end up pulling back as well. Larger Volkswagen follow-up force, and there we go. Puma Schwerer punches Spielwagen now. With the camouflage available to those who pre-order the game, by the way. Same with Once Over. And there you go. Rather close quarters engagement, doing a lot of damage to the Puma as well. The Puma rather getting too close. It should have used its range over the AR half-track, taking a massive amount of damage. But the Mechanized Regiment headquarters does provide quick repairs, so it's not all bad there. Though it did end up gaining veterancy too. It's a bit dangerous there. MG34 setting up, but quickly getting flanked here by the vehicle crew. The M20 crew ever, well, short of the M20. MG34 setting about. And fires away there, point blank with an MG34. Lieutenant already bets into getting the Volkswagen. Volkswagen is right. The realised the situation is not good. Pulling back here. Once over, though, doing a lot more damage. Pushing back hard, though. Ciez is still holding on to most of the map. 50 caliber on the church, proving to be a serious obstacle. Fallschirmjägers, by the way, are available as a choice here, noting another Raketenwerfer. Looks like the other one was lost. Probably here to the demo charge, by the looks of it. A lot of surprised-looking Volksgrenadiers inside that building. Or what remains of the building. Captain here holding up there, so he's slightly tagged up. And immediately gets killed by one bazooka rocket, putting an end there to Heinz. And could be more demo charges there for Once Over. We'll be trapping the church essentially. In case the Germans threaten to take it, or actually use it. Pioneer assault, they're failing. Volkswagen's getting massacred. This is not looking good for Ciez. And there you go, though. He got the Greyhound, and he also got veterans run there for the Puma. Giving access to some slight abilities there. The aimed shot ability, which disables the turret. Captain here taking a bit of damage. Flak half-track setting up. Polska's getting absolutely shredded here. Nothing good for Ciez. He gets off in a grenade there on the 50 caliber. He could try and if he only had munitions, he might try and aim the shot. On the other hand, once the AA half-track is on the move, he can actually has a chance of winning. Whereas, of course, since he can't fire its 37mm gun on the move, only the 50 calibers. And there we go. Anti-tank mines up there for once over. Rapidly moving up to rapidly secure the northern victory point. Once over, it's now really getting back into the fight here versus Ciez. Ciez, though, does have a bit of fuel. He could consider maybe taking up here for the Schwerer Panzer headquarters and maybe aim for a Panther or some such, using maybe this one to trade up for some fuel, although it's not going to be a lot. But there we go, looks like he got the flak half-track, or the AA half-track. Former scored a kill and getting that T2 using a rate of fire and accuracy.
Airborne assault is now available. Stukas and Fallschirmjäger are ready.
And an airborne assault available here, in case the Führer Grenadier Brigade needs it to push through the American lines.
Armor car ready for action.
Our resource sector has been cut off from our supply chain.
Reinforcing. I suppose you could also try with the Stukas of Fuß, though. I don't think that would do so much. And so he's setting up a flak half-track right here would also cover his fuel point against any unwanted American advances. Certainly also get an idea there. Rifleman pushed away. And now he's actually going for the battle group headquarters. Puma here forcing back the Rifleman. Trying to get as many kills, though. Not really effective as infantry. Although Vetri 2, I suppose, becomes a bit better due to the high rate of fire and the accuracy. And we note he's got the 105mm bulldozer Sherman. The 105 was actually a part regularly of Sherman battalions. That usually be 1 to 2 of them. And the rest would be Shermans. The bulldozer, I think, was less common, but still, 105mm Shermans were actually quite a common part. There you go. Nice hit, wiping out half the Sturm Pioneer unit right there. At the same time, a force assault down south. Almost got something there, but ultimately was forced away. The 50 caliber and the vehicle crews proved to be a bit much of an obstacle. Still a son of Fallschirmjägers. But there we go. We do note the battle group headquarters is up. What shall we be getting from it? Will it be just for healing and reinforcement, or will there be some other purpose? Maybe the light Infanteriegeschütz. Though at the same time, part of me would have liked to see the Schwerer Panzer headquarters and a Panzerkampfwagen 5. But there we go, pushing forward to the Sherman, Captain leading the way. And there we go, nasty hit there. Puma taking heavy damage from the bazookas, and the Sherman bazookas being quite a solid way actually of dealing with the Puma, since again it has very little effect against infantry. So right there being pulled back for repairs. And now things are beginning to look a lot less good for Ciez. The American armor is being struck back. The infantry is also doing quite nice work. But there we go. Caught in the base flak defences. And there we go. Battle group headquarters. He's getting a Jagdpanzer 4-70V. V standing for Brumak. Brumak to rush back. I'm not sure if the Jagdpanzer is going to be the wisest of choices. But there you go, getting a good hit. He could have tried maybe for... Oh, wait, said he doesn't have an instant one-aim shot. Oh, that's like been interesting.
Jagdpanzer has arrived.
Well, there we go, Jagdpanzer 4-70. With the cautious movement ability, which I personally think is a bit of a waste. I'll wait, pushing forward there with a tank destroyer. No, also Guderian stuck because, well, Guderian wasn't really interested in it. Guderian's heart always lay in the assault gun, since they overall had a lot more flexibility and thus a lot more utility. Noting a pretty aggressive movement there with a pack Howard, and there you go. Looks like the Shermans escapes here. Puma moves forwards. Oh no! Anti-tank mine went off there, knocking out the Puma, and the Jagdpanzer 4 is, well, if the Puma's bad versus infantry, the Jagdpanzer 4 is absolutely terrible. And overall, again, you know, a lot of resource just got expended into that, so again, he's rather limited in what he can do, which is a bit unfortunate.
Stand ready.
It had the same gun, though, for example, as the Panther, and also 80mm sloped armor. Had a very nice low profile. And a 50 caliber here, putting a quick stop in front. It's going to do that. And we're noting a second utility car out here for once over. Got the pack howitzer firing as well there. Versus the positions of Ciez.
Stand by, crew.
And overall, most of the Volksguns really haven't done much in this fight, by the way.
300 points.
Fall in with the Panzerschreck. Squad, gather around him.
So that compared to some of the riflemen, our weight troops are getting healed up, reinforced once more. And you can, by the way, actually use the ambulance to reinforce closer to the front line, though note you can't do so while in combat or in hostile territory, so that's a little thing to keep in mind there about the ambulance. It's not a half-track, for example.
Ready.
Aufgepasst. Check weapons. Panzerschreck, make ready.
But time for mid-game now, so I'm sort of having a look at the situation, what could happen, and what could be done. But currently, Ciez is a bit on the back foot. He suffered a few nasty losses there. Infantry losses, armoured car losses, half-track losses. Certainly, Wanzo has also suffered some of those losses, but overall, he's still got a slightly more sort of varied force. He's got 50 calibers, he's got light artillery, he's got scout cars, bazookas, he's got Shermans with big guns. And he's got some varied infantry, also heavily equipped with BARs and flamethrowers overall, having in that regard. And of course also bazookas, a very flexible force that can actually do a lot of damage to his opponent. Also noting, by the way, both bazookas and BARs have been researched here by Once Over. Again, overall allowing for some very flexible infantry play there from him and his forces. So Ciez here is certainly feeling a bit on the back foot. His Volksguns are nowhere near that flexible, even with Panzerschrecks. They certainly can project the same amount of infantry firepower. I mean, his hope might lie in actually getting some Fallschirmjäger, so that way sort of try and get a bit more parity with the enemy infantry, murdering them under the correct conditions. I would suggest that at the very least. And rather rapidly at that too. Getting, by the way, here the retreat point on lock. I mean, it's a nice thing, but at the moment, considering this sort of map layout, again, I think rather getting some Fallschirmjäger, that's where some more infantry and some rather more nasty infantry would be a better choice there for Ciez against his opponent. And a part of me would also say begin getting some more fuel. Any more, the better. I think would do him quite well, although it still wouldn't be much. It's pretty much half that of his current fuel, and then of course whatever 4 points, so basically more like 2 to 3 fuels. It's not really even that much of an effective one, but still it would be better than nothing. And a part of me would say go for the Schwerer Panzer headquarters, try to get a Panther. I have currently very little faith in the Jagdpanzer IV as being much worth in resources, sadly. Though if he is going to use it, he should probably sort of try to push me aggressively. He should try and bait his opponent into sort of getting in front of it, although at the same time he gets outflanked, it's pretty much buggered. A bit of a light infantry should provide some artillery support of his own could also be a good idea. So that would be it for him popping out to Once Over. And also in terms of damage, we're noting here that things are reasonably close, though we are noting that Once Over is definitely the one getting the more kills, interestingly enough. So what is Once Over's options? Oh, again, he's got a very strong force in regards. He could aim for maybe a major and then get some tanks of his own, some more proper tanks, the M4 or tank destroyers. You can get the M8 Scott and basically add some more mobile artillery of that kind. More riflemen could also work. His infantry is sort of a bit of an interesting split of things, so that could also work out nicely for him maybe. Of course, he could also just aim for some regular tank destroyers in case his opponent gets a bit more armor. But otherwise, keep up the counter strategies. That's working quite well, keeping Ciez sort of spread out across the map, which will further limits the effectiveness of his troops, and certainly also what little vehicles and armor he has. So back to the fight here.
Send your orders. A capture point is under attack.
Nothing by the way, access to smoke screen can also, by the way, create bears, which basically is something that's like a tank trap, essentially.
Waiting orders. Crew ready.
Howitzer firing away.
Crew ready.
And that, by the way, can actually lay down a white phosphorus barrage as well, which basically acts as smoke that can damage. White phosphorus being something very, very nasty.
Armor ready.
So of course goes in this what we'll see next, noting by the way he's got no grenade upgrades.
Boys, you ready
More
to roll
anti-tank
out?
mats going down there, good job, good job.
They're all down.
Yak Panzer shifts north. Not really good terrain, it doesn't really have much use there with its range.
Infantry, nail it with the MG.
Pulling back there. Sturmpioneers taking one hell of a hit there from the Sherman. Raketenwerfer, and there we go, Yak Panzer getting off a small hit there. Sherman rapidly pulling back in the face of the Yak Panzer 470. Which, by the way, was an upgraded version. There was an initial version there when they didn't quite have the gun ready, which basically more or less was the same as the Stug. Otherwise, in terms of gun power, of course, the frontal are much better. The fun thing about the Yak Panzer 4, though, was its side to rear arm was very, very thin. In fact, a 50 caliber could actually knock it out if it flanked it. Just a little fun fact there about the Yak Panzer 4. MD-34, they got cleared out. Captain pushing forwards.
M10 tank destroyed.
And getting the M10 Wolverine here for once over. A cheaper tank destroyer, though not frightfully durable.
Tank ready.
Though quite mobile.
Is that thing firing at us? Kill it.
Yak Panzer for firing, ineffectively at infantry, sadly. Volker's been forcing around the battle group headquarters, and there go Volker's forces around the gun, and they could go down here, the 50 caliber breaking into them. Captain, and there we go! Veteran C4 Volker is wiped out there by the captain's firepower.
Ready. Send
More anti-tank mounts going down here once over is not. Resting on one moment there. And the Sturmpioneers got wiped out now. Ciez is really on the back foot here. He's just suffered some catastrophic losses. But there we go, finally getting some Fallschirmjägers, although it might have been a bit too late now. But we'll see, of course, it's the Fallschirmjäger cannot turn the tide. It's the FT-42s, the Fallschirmjägergewehr. Fallschirmgewehr. There you go, Sherman wants to move forward, trying to get the MD-34 there, but the Falcons taking a bit of a beating there. Fallschirmjäger up here to deal with the captain. And the captain beats a very brave retreat there in the face of Germany's finest. Well, some of them.
Krauts are taking one of our points.
But he's got Ciez nicely contained here by the battle group headquarters. The final SVS supply half-track sneaking about there. There you go, Veterans 1, which allows it to camouflage out of combat. A neat little ability it does have. And Veteran 2 it actually gains a higher rate of fire, which sort of generally makes it a bit more useful.
Frag grenade
Versus
now
enemy armor.
available for action.
And now he's actually got grenades, which also, by the way, unlocks smoke rifle grenades. Which is a very handy ability to have. Then note that the rifleman or lieutenant getting veteran 3 actually begins sprinting automatically.
We're losing
Which
a
really
capture
makes him
point.
a very nasty customer to deal with. As the Germans more anti-tank mounts. We were seeing here once always just laying them down all over the place. He's really worried, I suppose, so he just feels rather confident because either way he can then very easily lock down any armor that Ciez might have. Yak Panzer 4 looks actually secured an infantry kill. That was a bit of a miracle. But overall, it's sadly not really achieving much in the fight at the moment. Fallschirmjäger flanking the vessel rifleman, though encountering veterans 3. Note, by the way, with 2 BARs, they're really making short work of the Fallschirmjägers out in the open. Not really a good engagement there for Ciez's Fallschirmjäger. Forced to retreat there very rapidly.
AT gun ready.
The BAR can be a quite solid upgrade. So Ciez's options are slowly getting more and more limited, I'm afraid. And we're getting some rear echelon troops now here for once. Oh, I wonder why he would get them now. But certainly it was a bit of a surprise there with the sudden release of Western Front Armies. Again, for those that don't know, Western Front Armies has been released a day early. A day early, yes indeed. Thank the Australians. For once they did something worthwhile. No, not really, but it's because of the release dates in Steam. Basically, it's already the 24th over there. Well, it was yesterday, so things got a bit there shifted forwards. Oh, Volkswagen squad got wiped out there. Veggie 2 for the Sherman. And the other Volkswagen squad isn't exactly feeling too well either. That was a massive hit right there from Once Over. Just crippling Ciez further in his infantry. We're noting here 50 million anti-tank has been added here to Once Over. The Ketten have been forced back. Volkswagen is doing what they can to cover, but they're ultimately not that good even though it's free. Yak Panther 4 repaired. MD-34 effects back as well. More Steel Pioneers moving out. The assault is pressing further forward, so the Volkswagen need to pull back here to try and lure the Sherman in within range with their Panzer strike if they want a chance. The Ketten are moving up. Yak Panther 4 needs to move up. Steel Pioneers moving in. Everything they can is moving up here. The battle group headquarters is seeing an awful lot of fighting here. Failed to hit there. Smoke grenade going off, which by the way can be used to disable vehicles due to the smoke there. Neat little trick there by Once Over again. Tank destroyer moving up, the Wolverine moving in slowly. Not quite hitting this Yak Panther, but opening up there on the battle group headquarters. The battle group headquarters slowly falling down. Sherman flanking up from north. Anti-tank moving up, the pack howitzer firing in support as well. And 50 caliber reaching Veteran Z2. One grenade there from the Volksmakers, and he does clear up the anti-tank gun. A small victory there for Ciez and the Führer Grenadier Brigade. And there go Volksmakers charging straight into the centre, rather recklessly there, getting off a Pantrick there versus the tank destroyer. Bit of fuel there being floated. What could Ciez aim for?
The capture point is being overrun.
Yak Panther 4 there moving forwards. Still not really achieving much, sadly. Not even Veterans 1 yet. Sherman running forward. Panzer going off there versus 10. But they need to retreat. Zurückfallen. Almost wiped out there by the Sherman. Tanks moving forward. Captain moving forwards. Firing bazooka after bazooka. Trying to penetrate the frontal armour there of the Yak Panther 4. More anti-tank myself. It looks like something went off there then. And eventually free for the captain as well. More heavy fire being unleashed there versus Ciez positioning. Yak Panther 4 actually managed to gain Veterans who won. A small victory there for Germany. Captain here taking some nasty losses. The Ketten Rifle so having managed this morning from the kills on the Yak Panther 4. And another vehicle crew dashes forwards. And gets absolutely shredded here by the combined might of the Volksjäger and the Volksgrenadier. Might want to consider repairing that battle group headquarters more. There you go. Rifleman squad moving up. Could be seeing a grenade here. The pineapple grenade. Nope, having no interest. And there you go, stealing away the anti-tank gun. Bit of a desperate move there by Ciez. And managed to pull it off. Now there's a bit of a repair party going on there down south. Cleared it out, cleared it out. Still, it's within range of Ciez to quick recruit if need be. Pack howitzer continues to fire into the lines here, and looks like he's firing a white phosphorus barrage. Clearing up the line of fire and also downing any units caught in it. Nasty bit of work there by Once Over. Back to Ciez. Looks like the Kedvefer crew is slowly dying to the toxic fumes of the white phosphorus. Would either be that or directly melting due to direct contact with white phosphorus. And looks like, oh, he's got a major up here, and he's also got something up. He's actually formed a retreat point here, and then he's setting up the ambulance overall through those two, forming a forward reinforcement and healing point. A neat little trick you can pull off there with the major, by the way. Neat little trick. There goes Sherman forward, taking fire there from the Yak Panther 4 on the anti-tank. That's so far none of them really hitting. And, oh, Scheisse! He's calling in the 240mm howitzer barrage. Volkswagen is being absolutely pulverized by the M1 howitzer. The Americans had. capable of firing such shells. Fires over a large area, not very accurate. Volkswagen's what they're wiped out. Well, defences around the battle group headquarters suddenly turning against Ciez with a vengeance. As massive shells threaten to wipe him out. Oh dear, the Storm Pioneers got wiped out here. The situation is not good at all. Sherman wants being repaired. And looks like here there's a Panzerschreck 4 once over's infantry to secure, and there we go. A bazooka and a Panzerschreck.
The enemy has cut our supply chain. A resource sector has been isolated.
The situation at the moment is not looking very good. And there we go, assault going in there. Everything that Ciez has to muster is being pulled forward to defend the battle group headquarters before it collapses. M10 and 105 munition. There you go, taking a bit of hits there from the Yak Panzer maybe. Anti-tank and firing as well, also has access to armor-piercing rounds. Sherman almost knocked out there. Veteran 4 for the Kettenwerfer, which actually increases its range. Which is actually a neat ability. Yak Panzer 4 reaching Veteran 2, a small victory, and then we're noting a second tank strike, but already the first one has gone down. Oh, that was actually a Jackson that came up there from him. That went down there to combine anti-tank fire. And they were noting, oh shit! A Kettenwerfer got knocked out, and white phosphorus rounds are being unleashed upon the positions. Falling away from the battle group headquarters, which is slowly burning away. Great assault straight into the MD-34, closing up, shredding infantry, point blank.
Regimental HQ has been destroyed. A mobile command vehicle has been dispatched.
Things are not looking good. We're seeing more Volkers on the way. But at this stage, it is starting to look very seriously like GG, like the Führer Grenadier Brigade has failed. And for they're forced to do more than he probably can pull off. The Fallschirmjägers, by the way, also gone. And there you go, looks like the MG-34 is about to go down on retreat. The Volkswagens could not save it.
Gun crew has been lost.
It looks like he might be saving up for another Fallschirmjäger unit. Quick steel grenade here. Clears out a large part of the lieutenant, gaining the veterans 1. Small bit of luck, but overall they're having very limited luck here versus the Indian infantry, which is quite veteran. And overall, the amount of pressure that once I was able to lay down really allows them to dominate the map by now. And there we go, a regular Sherman arrives, the M4A3. Pushing forward through the fences.
Prepare for combat.
And there we go, he's actually beginning to trade munitions for fuel. I wonder what he could be planning. There's not really much he can get. Unless he's aiming for a Panther all of a sudden. He's capturing his 60, so I suppose it could be an idea. Though it would have been more effective had he done so much earlier. A lone Volkswagen squad sent running. And a 50 caliber mounted here on the top of the Sherman.
Prepare to execute.
Yak Panzer 4 slowly rolling forwards, but not by a lot. But not by a lot. Overall, Monso is feeling pretty confident, and is probably in no rush. Victory points are draining down here for Ciez. Another Kettenwerfer.
Crew, stand ready.
Still no idea why he's going for that. He could much well just save the fuel for the munitions. That really wouldn't give him much more either. That Panzer 4 firing. Ooh, he's recruiting the other Kettenwerfer. Oh, never mind. Lieutenant moving up. There we go. One poor fella went down. And there we go. Sherman flanking in. Looks like he's in for the final kill. Sherman's tank destroyers.
100 points remain. Keep organized the assault.
Yak Panzer firing. Doing a bit alright there. Almost got the 1 and 5 minutes. And there we go. Kettenwerfer knocks it out. Finally 1 and 5 minutes in there. Go. Burst into flames. Something got cooked off, that's for sure. Some neat new death animations there for the armor, by the way. Neat little feature of the expansion. Panzer IV sadly not amounting to much there, and there we go. Vehicle crew pushed away. Sturmpaniers and MD-34 pulling to get too much there. Still not sure what he's thinking there. What could he be thinking? Rushing for the victory points.
Infantry alert. Prepare for action. Shift your fire. Send orders.
So quite more infantry rushing in.
Targets have cut our supply
Well,
line.
basically all of his officers are rushing in.
We are suffering heavy losses. 50 points remain.
50 points left here for Ciez and the Field Grenadier Brigade. Yak Panzer IV rushing forwards once more in the hopes of getting someone. Turning to face the rifleman. Ooh, taking a hit furious from the rear to the bazookas. Further fire there. The rear is rather weak.
Our supply lines have been cut. Americans
Now the shot fails as always.
Our gun crew has been lost.
Quick grenade burst of the Kenmap fails to do anything. More bazookas. The Yak Panzer IV continues to drain out of health there. And there go tank destroyer moving up. Heavy damage to the Yak Panzer IV. Not long to live there. Although close to victory 3, though probably won't do much. But there we go. Got the tank destroyer. Got the tank destroyer. A small victory for Germany, though very small.
Lost a gun crew.
Minute even. There you go. GG well played from Ciez. And all of a sudden he's actually getting some slight infantry kills there. Again, somehow.
We are now down to 25 points.
A slight bit of luck there.
Good hit.
Somehow, now all of a sudden he's actually killing infantry. Bloody well took it 20 minutes. BR secure there. Too late, I would say though.
Crew ready.
But this is indeed more or less GG. Looks like he's just waiting for the victory points to drain out.
Units consolidate. We are down.
And there we go. Game over. A loss to Germany, a victory to the United States of America, and apparently you can't move around now anymore. Interesting. Either way though, a nasty little fight here. Just sort of leading early on with his Volksgrenadiers, his Kubelwagen and other fun things there. But rather in some regards maybe not quite getting as strong there, and then sort of once over striking back pretty hard, first with the M20, then with the AA half-track doing a lot of damage to Ciez. The AA half-track himself sort of doing alright, but sadly a bit outmaneuvered in the end, overcome. Ciez then slowly began getting more and more seriously pushed back, as once over slowly more and more build up his force, and I think sort of the major mistake was actually aiming for the Yak Panzer IV in the end. It really didn't do a lot of damage considering the amount of resources he invested into it. I mean, it is a reasonably expensive unit considering the overall economic situation. And again, I think he would have done better if he'd actually gone straight on for the Schwerer Panzer headquarters instead, aimed for a Panther, maybe add some Obersoldaten on the side. I think that would have given him a much stronger position to fight from. Sadly again, he went for the Yak Panzer IV and it basically performed a bit like a mini elephant, not really doing much overall. In the end, there was the Rakettenwerfers, which did more, or the anti-tank gun, which he recruited as well. So there were some unfortunate situations there. I feel for Ciez. Mr. Onso, of course, also doing quite well. You know, overall playing a very strong game. Good aggression, good use of abilities, good use of, well, pretty much all he had. Really solid play there, outmaneuvering, constantly keeping up the pressure, and taking advantage of any mistakes Ciez made. So overall, an interesting fight there. The sort of first Western Front armies fight. Of course, send in a lot of replays. I will certainly need them here after release. send them into the link in the description. And of course, feel free to subscribe. Feel free to follow me on Twitch or Twitter or Facebook. Links are in the description. Also, feel free to donate to the Propagandacast. Every little bit helps. Of course, if you don't want to, that's fair enough. But there's also a link to that in the description. But anyways, hope you had some fun. Hope you learned something. And of course, hope you'll be back tomorrow. And this is Imperial Dane saying cheers.